Hello, this is Claude Sports Corner, and it's time for Week 5 NFL picks. Now, so far, I am 10-8 in my picks. I hope to finally get the sweep this time around, and I'm going to start with the very first pick, the Thursday night game, and that's the Arizona Cardinals going up against the San Francisco 49ers. As you know, Carson Palmer has been ruled out due to a concussion, and Drew Stanton will start at quarterback for Arizona. Now, it does not matter. You could have Drew Carey back there at quarterback. Listen, whoever it is going to be better than Blaine Gabbert. That's all there is to it. And even though Gabbert actually played pretty decent for him last week, and there was a Jeremy Curley and Carlos Hyde sighting, Torrey Smith has been such a disappointment for the 49ers. He has not done anything since he left the Baltimore Ravens. And also, they lose their best defensive player, arguably their best player, period, in NaVorro Bowman, who was such a feel-good story coming back from a catastrophic knee injury 2 years ago, just to go down due to another torn ACL. Listen, the heart of that team is ripped to shreds. Arizona's lost 2 in a row. I don't see 3 in a row. They lose 3 in a row. They might as well start packing it in because they are a built-for-now team. And they must win this game. They will win this game. I'm calling it 31-24 Arizona. That's the first game. Now the second game, Philadelphia travels to Detroit to play the Lions at Ford Field. You know what? That's my upset special. I don't know how. Listen, I understand the Eagles put a whipping on my Steelers a couple of weeks ago, coming off a bye week, rookie quarterback. Not always the greatest thing in the world, especially when you had the momentum that the Philadelphia Eagles had in the first 3 weeks of the season. Now, the Lions lost a tough game, and that was a very tough game, but I like the way Stafford is playing. He hasn't thrown the ball all over the place for picks. He's actually been smarter. Marvin Jones has been a bona fide number 1 wide receiver this season. I still don't like the Eagles secondary. It was a perfect storm for them 2 weeks ago. Listen, now Detroit brings them back down to earth. This is my upset special. I understand Philly -1 is the choice. I don't think so. My upset special of the week, I am going Detroit 27, Philadelphia Eagles 24. That is the second game. Now the third game will be Atlanta traveling to Mile High, going up against the Denver Broncos. Listen, Atlanta did their thing last week against Carolina. They knocked Cam Newton out. Julio Jones went crazy. And I like Julio Jones. He's one of my favorite receivers in all of pro football. Now they go up to Denver, face that pass rush, that secondary. Listen, are they going to score some points? Absolutely. I don't care if Trevor Siemian or Paxton Lynch plays. It doesn't matter. Listen, that high altitude, plus it is a non-division game. They play differently against the AFC, I'm telling you. And plus, I'm sorry, I understand Matt Ryan has played well this season. And let's be fair, Atlanta started out good last season. How did that end up? This Denver defense is for real. We know it. They have the hardware to show it. They have the ring on their finger. They are the champs. And that is saying something. There's no question about it. And I just like their defense. I like the way they are playing. They've rallied around this kid. And they can actually throw the ball down the field, something they could not do with Peyton Manning at quarterback. Even though Peyton played poor last year, listen, we saw this actually 2 years ago. And you saw it in the Super Bowl about 3 or 4 years ago when they got mauled by the Seattle Seahawks. But now you have a quarterback, or at least 2 quarterbacks, that can throw it down the field. And they run it well enough to get by on it. So I do like Denver in this. If it's a shootout, Atlanta will win. But I don't think it's going to be a shootout because I think Matt Ryan's going to fall his back at least 3 or 4 times. And I'm going with, of course, the Denver Broncos. I'll say 31-24 over the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the final game of my picks, I'm cutting it down from 5 to 4 picks. I'm going to go Buffalo versus the Los Angeles Rams. or should I say the first place Los Angeles Rams. That was such an ugly game, but those are the type of games that the Rams play, and they normally win those type close to the vest games. Now, their 3-1 record is fool's gold in a lot of ways because Todd Gurley has done absolutely nothing. That offensive line does not help them, but if you are a premier running back, you have to make a way. You have to get at least 60 to 70 yards. My God, he's not even doing that. Their receivers, I'd say, you know what? I'm going to give the receivers a pass. Case Keenum is bad. And I'm telling you, again, I am not the greatest Rex Ryan fan of them all. I'm not. But I give the credit where it's due. His defense is tailor-made for a D- quarterback like Case Keenum. And he is a D- quarterback. Listen, as long as they're winning, they're going to keep trotting Case Keenum out there. I don't think they can keep doing that and justify it. Case Keenum, we know what he is. He's a decent marginal backup. Listen, this is an indictment on Jared Goff. Jared Goff should be playing for this football team. He's not. And luckily for the Rams, they have a great defense. They have an outstanding defense. But Shady McCoy is running the ball well. Tyrod Taylor's throwing the ball well. I like Charles Clay. He's going to get a lot of catches. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if he catches a touchdown pass or two. Tyrod Taylor's better than Case Keenum. Case closed. I'm going LA Rams losing, Buffalo winning. I'm going to take them 24-17 in the LA Coliseum. And those are my picks for this week, week 5 of the NFL. Please like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This is Claude Sports Corner. Take care and God bless.